Is this good? All dropouts.
I think if I didn't take the time to really realize who I was and really figure myself out, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And I probably wouldn't even be here if I can be honest. In school, they require you so much for you to be present, but when it comes to how you're doing with your mental health or how situations are kind of going at home, they don't really count.
In the first year to maybe 3 or 4 years after dropping out, I felt really confident about my decision. I was living in a really nice place, driving nice cars, making wearing nice clothes. But I think I kind of fell into a trap because the entertainment industry led me out of school. I started getting myself accustomed to this lifestyle, and it didn't allow me the time that I think a lot of people who go to college have to actually figure out what they want. I think it is helpful to have those formative years. In college, you switch a class or you try something new. For me, I'm like selling a $10,000 watch to pay the bills while I try to figure something else out, and then running back to the entertainment industry.
At the same time, those years of self-discovery and everything, I had that because I dropped out. Like I dropped out when I was 13. I had all of those years to just like, what do I want to do?
I'm back, relax.
And then I found out what I wanted to do super early because I had the time.
I wasn't able to live, with my parents while I figured this out. My parents got split up. My house got sold. I didn't have anywhere to live. So by 17, I had my own apartment. If I don't know what I want to do, I can't pay my rent.
The education system failed me.
Okay, dude.
3, 2, 1, go.
Jesus. Okay, dude.
When I think education system, I think what they're teaching me, what the curriculum is. I'm sure, like when other people think of it, they think of the finances of it. I think, what am I learning in the classroom? What are the teachers explaining to me?
I think there's problems with the education system, but it's up to you to recognize what those problems are and kind of work around them. If you blame someone or like a system for your own mistakes, then that's kind of where you end up being angry and not really changing.
I think both of you touched on a subject that was like, basically you're supposed to recognize if it's not working for you, which is a really adult way to think of that, because now you're in this mindset. I was told that something was wrong with me a lot. I've had teachers actually stand me up in front of the class and say that I was going to be homeless because I didn't learn like everybody else.
I was diagnosed with depression when I was 2 years old. So when I started going to school, I started reaching out for help when I was 2 years old.
Because I didn't learn like everybody else.
I was diagnosed with depression when I was 2 years old. So when I started going to school, I started reaching out for help. And the same thing that happened to me, they told me that I was going to fail, that I wasn't strong enough to be in this world.
I don't, dude. I take it back. Okay, I guess I'm trying not to laugh because I'm laughing at chat, or just sit.
That I was not going to be successful. Then I ended up moving here. I was like, it'll probably be different now. I'm moving to a new country, I'm moving to a new school environment, and I started getting bullied again. I tried talking to the principals, I tried talking to the deans, I tried talking to so many people, and they just told me the same. It's you, and it's your fault. So I feel like it failed me because it's not like I didn't reach out for help in school. It's the fact that I asked for help and I didn't get it, and then I got blamed for that.
I feel ashamed for dropping out. 3, 2, 1, go.
Chat, is it actually possible, chat, to be diagnosed with that at such a young age? I feel like your brain isn't even developed yet. I feel like dude, it hasn't even gone to the basic stages of brain development. Like,
part of me is still bothered that like my parents are like bothered that I didn't finish school and that I don't really have any drive or care to go back to school. But I mean, I love the hustle, I got into the industry I wanted to be in when I was 20, 21 years old, and it was totally off of me just taking internships. I didn't go to school to study. I'm not lazy, so I guess that's real important.
When I first had a dropout, I called my roommates the day I was supposed to be flying back to tell them, oh, by the way, I'm not coming back, because I was so embarrassed to be like, I can't afford school. So like for my entire second semester, I was living here. Everyone thought I was still in Hawaii. So then when I would see people in June, they'd be like, how was your first year in Hawaii? Like, did you love it? And I would lie. I would say, yeah, it was amazing. Like I had the best first year.
I used to do something similar whenever someone would ask me where I went to school.
What does that have to do with the system?
I would just be like, oh, like UCLA. Because then they just go, oh, cool. Instead of being like, oh, what are you doing? And why, blah, blah, blah. And I got to explain my whole life to you. But I like what Ty said.
And then new question.
I'm not lazy. That's a huge stereotype. Like, oh, you were too lazy to finish school. And I think that should totally be broken, because a lot of the time it's like, I have to work harder because I didn't go to school. Like now I have to basically pick up the pieces.
There is literally YouTube. It teaches you a million of things. And I've learned so many things from the internet that I could have learned at school, but I learned for free at my house in the comfort of my bed. And I appreciate that.
Okay.
Dropping out changed how my family saw me. 3, 2, 1, go.
So what was that?
1, 2.
Appreciate that.
Dropping out changed how my family saw me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no shit.
Most of my uncles, my dad, they didn't graduate high school until like way later on in life. Most of my uncles got like a GED in prison and stuff like that. So I don't feel like it's necessarily frowned upon. I think it's just more that stereotype of like, I didn't get a degree when I was supposed to get one, so you should.
I think my parents had like
a
vision for what they wanted me to do for a long time. That was like to become a pharmacist. And then I decided to do it. Like at that time when I was 18, I didn't know what to do. So I applied to like one of the accelerator programs. And when I dropped out, that was like the end of their world. Like they didn't know what to do with me.
When I left school, I like opened up so much. I became like who I truly was, that was so oppressed, just like came out. And I became like so happy and like so much more extroverted than I already am. And my family, of course, they saw that. And they were like, okay, great.
My immediate family, my mom, brother, dad, they were all very supportive of it because they've known me from a young age and know what type of person I am. My girlfriend, her family is different. They actually make their livings in education. So when she kind of brought this guy home who dropped out of high school, it was kind of unexpected. Now these people are my family, but I still feel like I have to prove myself. I work in TV, and even when my shows are off the air, I still feel like I have to justify the fact that like I'm getting up every day and I'm doing something.
I'm the only child already on my mom's side, so there is the pressure already there. I have to afford for a home. It's only me and my mom. And as much as I love my family and I wish them the best, when it comes to my own life, I don't let those comments get to me anymore, because it'll make my life more miserable. And instead of finding myself and who I am, I'm gonna destroy myself, because my family, they're really critical when it comes to school, especially because I'm here and I'm living the American dream and I'm supposed to be able to do this and that, but
half the time they're not answering the questions. They're answering something completely different that they want to answer, that they want to say.
What if that box doesn't fit?
Write a book, motherfucker.
Am I just supposed to do it to make all of you happy or to make myself happy?
I would like my children to complete their education. 3, 2, 1, go.
You won't understand. I wrote that as well, dude. We don't.
My mom's a teacher and my dad works for the local school board. So I've just always been surrounded by education.
Who hosted it?
And for me, I feel like my kids don't.
Guys, what was the question? I didn't even understand it.
Go.
Oh, my children finished education. I get it. Benjo's huge, dude.
My mom's a teacher and my dad works for the local school board. So I've just...
Guys, give me a huge pog. No, I take it back. Nope, don't do it. Poggers, dude. poggers and a motherfucking chatted from my boy Benji Fisher with a huge, crazy host. Seriously, I appreciate that, dude. Much love. I actually watched your stream this morning. I was eating a donut and I was watching you doing your fucking
I've always been surrounded by
games,
education. Dude. And for me, I feel like my kids don't have to.
Yep.
I will encourage them to go to school. But if they could figure out what they want to do without having to go to school, then great.
I was so miserable because my whole life I was trying to make other people happy. I don't want them to feel like I can be myself because my mom is not gonna be proud of me.
That's not the question.
The privilege that we have today to say that we don't want something for our kids is like, it's definitely a privilege, because I think I understand where my parents come from in terms of what they want for us. The immigrant mentality of like wanting your kid to go through the education system is like really entrenched in that culture. I don't like fault people who think that way, but for me right now, if I had a kid, I probably, you know, I wouldn't want anything for them. I would want them to want something, and then I'll support that.
At the end of the day, you're going to want
guys, I can't, I'm sorry, dude. I cannot agree even a little bit, okay? Listen, here's my thoughts, okay? I think you should respect, value, and sort of embrace what, you know, that your child would want, but it's also your responsibility to guide them sort of towards a structured, a decent, half-planned life, dude. Holy shit. Oh, what if he says, I really want to just live on the street, dude? It's just kind of like, well, you know, maybe there's like other, you know.
For me, at least, it's going to be how I came up. I want you to like do what you feel is best for you. Sure, I'll have my opinion, but I will never, ever pressure my kid to do something that they do not want to do.
Yes. We're so happy out here.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the episode. Spectrum,
right.
we have so much new.
Not bad. Try that was a little bit bigger. That was a little bit bigger. Says Twitch streamer.